welcome back. We've reached the finale now. So, let's go have a word with everyone before we get to work. Who do we want to start with? We'll see about downstairs first. Yeah, there are a few downstairs, and we'll make our way up. Do we actually have the rounds to do as well?
Whoops.
No. Is the answer to that? No, we don't. All right. Oh, hi, Van. We just wrapped up the breakfast menu for the day. What she said, no more from the morning menu for you. Don't care if you didn't get enough to eat. You lost your chance, mate. I'm fine. I'm a grown-ass adult. I don't need to eat that much. I just dropped by to kill time until I leave for work. Also, I just wanted to say I'm so glad you all made it back here safe and sound. I second that. Sometimes you make for noisy neighbors, but lately it's hard to rest easy when things get too quiet. Especially now that I won't be seeing my Cray regular anymore. Oh, yeah. Guess you and that guy from Cray had some history, huh? I'm sorry. Yeah, since he helped with the restaurant stock, we got to know him pretty well. We'll be going to his memorial service, as you can imagine. It's only fair we send him off after everything he did for us. Right, makes sense. Well, I'm not going anywhere anytime soon, so things should still be lively around the office. But the source of the issue is gone now, so my assistants might split off soon. I'll believe it when I see it. Yeah, me and you both there, Victor. It ain't over yet, mate. It's a little hard to imagine they would. Oh, I was gonna ask earlier, but what about that racer? Did he stop by again? He has. He actually stopped by yesterday. Thanks for asking. That's good. I guess. He alright? I suppose he enjoyed his meal at least. What's the verdict? Anything between them or what? Oh, what? You don't gotta glare at me like that. Oh, are you talking about Maxim? He's funny in a lame way. Dude's got his work cut out for him before anyone respects him as a father. Good luck, pal. Right, what we got to say here? I'm relieved to see you all back home safe. Yume is energetic as ever, so you can't just leave her without someone to play with, no? You got it.
Can't go wrong with any of them. See you again.
You can. About damn time you lot showed up. It's almost noon. Move your lazy arses. Yeah, he's not in a good mood. Guess I'll just head out and keep myself busy.
What's on the menu?
I don't know, you're the one making it.
Take care out there.
Why are you asking me what's on the menu? You make the menu. Okay. Fine. You're talking about Maxim, he's funny in a lame way. Harsh. But don't let him hear that, okay? Not in Right, anyway. Right, who we got? No one on this floor at all? Okay. Right, ooh, you got a dot in there. Is this gonna... This is Katra's room, right? Yes, right, what we got going on here? You look satisfied, Katra. Theo shall assist you, Katra.
Hello, Van.
Oh, is it time to go already?
You still got time, don't worry. But damn, your drone is something. Their speech is stiffer than a hollow's, but it's wild how you can hold a whole conversation with them.
Yeah, they don't have complete free will, but they do have a networked sense of self. Zeros is the same. They're around the same quality as those combat shells in the Empire, from what I understand. The other mare is leagues ahead of them on a technical scale, but Hades knows how long it'll take humanity to make something similar.
That'd be a tough ask even for Hamilton and Cronkite, huh?
Oh, absolutely. We're talking singularities here. Still, we know it's theoretically possible. That was proven by what happened behind the scenes 2 years ago. You've heard all about that, I assume.
Oh, yes. A bit, yeah. Guess I don't even need to ask what you're gonna do once you graduate. Feels like a given that you'll be focusing on orbital drone research. Or have you got your sights set even higher? You know, like a space program or something that is higher after all.
I'd like to help the professor with her work at some point, even if I don't feel like I'm quite ready yet. Still, I'd rather finish things here before moving on to something else. Working here has been incredible for broadening my horizons too, so I think continuing my studies here would be more than worth its while.
You think?
Basel has patently more in the way of facilities, but the orbital network is lightning quick these days. It's even helped me attend lectures at the Institute remotely, so it hasn't been half as inconvenient as I was expecting. Being here will also let me take part in the project to upgrade the network currently in use in Edith and the surrounding area. Though at some point, I'd really like to broaden my studies at the Epstein Foundation, ZCF, and Rhineford.
Makes sense. Man, our little boy who could only think of protecting his grandmother's home is already to take the world by storm. With how grown up you are, you should have just joined us in the Springs instead of being shy.
What? Who are you, Aaron?
My bad. I only heard it after it came out of my mouth. Oh, I like that Van recognizes, like, yeah, that was wrong. Like, that's fair. But yeah, compared to the others, it hasn't been long since you moved in. If you're satisfied with the setup you got going on here, I don't see the harm in working from here for a while longer. Plus, you got Paulette to breathe down your neck if your health starts to nosedive from researching all night.
You're probably right. It's nice how she always worries. Still, are you sure you aren't gonna need my help after this month?
I mean, he clearly is.
Almada might be out of the picture, but the issue of the Genesis is still ongoing.
Indeed.
And there's still a lot we don't know about Mare, the Grendel, or Marduk either. Then there's whatever Yang, Professor Cronkite, is working on with the President.
You got a point. There's a lot going on. So if I need help with stuff, I'll be sure to come knocking. That means you come knocking if you need help with stuff too. I can investigate whatever you want, even down to the color of Cronkite's underwear.
That's so random. And don't think I didn't notice you patting me on the head.
You've become very red, Katra.
You catch a cold? Let me feel...
My temperature is perfectly normal, thank you very much.
Oh dear. Right, speak to you again. I did want to mention, don't feel obligated to shoulder my workload. I appreciate it, but solving problems myself helps me learn more about the bigger picture. You never know when that knowledge base may come in handy. Here we go then. Ferry! Ooh, books, you say? Are those Central Eastern and Western history textbooks?
Oh, yeah! Agnés gave me the Western one. They're supposed to be the same edition, but there's a bunch of little differences between their contents and viewpoints. It's been really eye-opening comparing them, even if there's also lots of stuff I don't really understand.
Well, ain't you a budding scholar? If you can get your hands on the Far East version, I bet you'd find all kinds of differences there too.
I was thinking the same thing. So, Aaron promised to give me his old copy.
Oh.
You know, before I met you, I barely left the village. Most of my life was spent inside of it. But Ida wasn't kidding when she talked about how big the outside world is. Even if I dedicated my entire life to studying, I doubt I could learn all there is to know about it.
Probably, yeah. Listen, I meant what I said earlier, but I probably shouldn't have brought it up out of nowhere the way I did.
No, I totally get where you're coming from. The timing is right. Now that Almada's gone, I feel like I've been able to avenge Ida's death. It sounds like Abi's willing to forgive me for disobeying his orders, too. I also miss Umi, my mom, and my siblings Lana and Camille, to tell you the truth. But I've also gotten used to living in Calvert, and I have a lot of fun at Sunday school. And more than anything else, I'd be really sad to say goodbye to you and everyone here.
Still, we're not talking about tomorrow or even next week. Even if you do go home, it's not like we'll never see each other again. If your goal is to become a real warrior, though, then I think the choice is clear.
I guess you're right.
Though you don't have to go down that path if you don't want to. There's plenty of things you could do off the battlefield. You could even try following a path more like Sylphie's.
You really think I could be like Fee?
Entirely possible. I'm not pushing you to join the guild or anything, to be clear. Just saying it might be better than you following in your brother's footsteps.
Yeah, I think so too. Still, I never even considered becoming a bracer. Is it okay if I think more about it?
Well, why would it not be okay? Think about it as long as you want, there's no rush. And just be ready to head out in a bit, okay?
Okay.
It's made me think about what else I can do, besides just going back home and being a warrior. I think I'm confusing myself about it. There are just so many options. Just want to take the time to really think it through. Thanks for all the help along the way, Van. Oh, sweet. Right, here we go next. Ah, hello. Must be working on stuff for Marduk. Probably about Almata. There's still a decent chunk of time until past, so I'd better get out of her hair.
Oh, Mr. Arkride.
Sorry. I wouldn't have come in if I'd have known you were working. All the Almata stuff almost got wrapped up?
Yes, we've been able to pinpoint groups related to them, their dummy corporations, and other illegal channels. I admit to some surprise at just how far outside of Calvard their reach spreads. But Marduk has largely decontaminated the areas over which it has influence.
Your chief of security had a big role to play in that too, I'm sure. Though who wants to bet Thorndyke will use this as a chance to expand Marduk's market share?
I suspect you would be on the winning side of that bet. Between the war against the Empire and the Tower and Crossbell appearing soon after, it feels like too much is happening too fast in Zemuria. As other countries seek to catch up with the Republic and its latest innovations, Zyphas, assault frames, I imagine the need for Marduk's services will only expand going forward.
Makes it abundantly clear we're living in a time of big change. Oh yes, I've been pointing that out for a while, like there's a lot of change happening very quickly in this world. Very quickly. It's almost like, in terms of like the timeline based on little events we've seen here and there, it's 2 times fast or 3 times as fast as it advanced in our world. So, at least. And speaking of, you started thinking of the next step for yourself at all?
I am but a humble concierge. Nothing more, nothing less. My focus for the foreseeable future remains supporting you, Mr. Arkride, be that with Mare or with your stun caliber. I could do most of my work remotely as I did before, of course, but I am now aware of just how much more inefficient that is.
Gotcha. Sure wish I knew why your people love to have their eye on me so damn much. But I ain't gonna tell you what to do. We got an equal deal going on between us. It's gotta be somehow related to this, core thingy. Just keep in mind that starting next month, I'm not gonna need as much office help as I have been. Which is probably fine for you. Your plate's full enough without dealing with the day-to-day around here.
Well, I suppose I do. Though I would like to believe I'm making a fair contribution irrespective of that.
Something up?
It's nothing, really. I was only thinking that I might not be able to help you from next month onward after all. You see, next month will mark 1 year since I was given this body, and it's about time it was given some thorough maintenance.
Could you mark that as like a birthday, essentially? Oh, right.
Depending on matters here and the overall project status, I might have to return to my former environment. In that event, I would have no choice but to revert to assisting you remote.
Now hold up there. You really gonna be okay with that?
So you have an inkling as to what that former environment was? What gave it away? Was it something about the way I work? No, I suppose there isn't any point in me knowing.
Nah, it wasn't anything like that. Just,
Please, don't misunderstand. As you're aware, Marduk is a logical, impartial corporation. So long as I keep demonstrating I can provide value to them, I don't doubt they will keep letting me use this body. In that regard, our relationship is quite equitable. I even plan to purchase it from them if all goes well.
Oh. Huh. That's an option? State-of-the-art artificial body can't run cheap, though.
It most certainly is costly. But with my salary, I think it's possible that I could have enough Mira saved in a few years. My current arrangement here earns me even more than my remote work did, too. So I would like to keep at it as long as possible.
Happy to help. So I'm curious, just how high a salary are we talking anyway?
Well, I can't give you a specific number since that's classified information. But about enough to buy an Etwas entry-level sedan?
I mean, that's not that bad, really. You could buy a used apartment in the suburbs with that kind of money. Yeah, but considering what that is, it's not that bad. Like, damn. Don't believe I've ever divulged how I spend my savings in retrospect. I'm not sure what my job responsibilities will entail after next month's maintenance, but I believe I'll continue to explore my transfer options. They do seem quite attractive. Right, next up, who we got? Ah, Judith.
So you're going back to your apartment?
Yeah, I guess that's the plan. I must have worried you sick, huh? It looks like Buzz Raiders finally given up on their stupid obsession with me, so it seems safe enough to live there again.
There's been so much going on lately that I'm sure they've got bigger fish to fry now.
Hello! Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, you're fine. I've actually been wanting to thank you for helping out Judith for a while now. Please pass on my regards to everyone else as well, including the family who runs the bistro.
Now hold your horses! I'm the one who's been helping him out, so why is he the one getting thanked?
Because I'm sure that you just weaseled your way into his trips outside the capital without taking no for an answer.
Oh!
I don't know all you've been up to, but I do know that you were able to return in one piece thanks to Arkride Solutions' efforts. And with how much I respect you as my senior in the industry, I think it's only natural for me to want to say thank you.
So you respect me that much, huh? Not that it isn't perfectly natural for you to respect me, of course.
Never takes much to butter her up. Though I'm sure our young lady here just so happens to be an expert at it.
She's become such a sassy little thing. She was so cute and polite when she first started out, but look at her now. All that success must be going to her head.
That was 3 years ago, right? No, I don't know if 15's early or late for starting out in your industry.
It's not late, but it's not really early either. I started acting at 14 myself. A lot of actors and actresses get their first roles when they're children even, which just goes to show how much of an unusual case she is. She ended up going from a rookie to a top actress in 3 years, which is just crazy.
I can see why, though. I've seen a few of her films, and it's interesting seeing how different her approach to the craft is compared to yours. You can handle any kind of role that's thrown at you, yeah, but she just fully becomes the character she's playing without even trying.
I didn't realize you knew your way around different acting techniques. I agree with you, too. Her performance in Wolf's Requiem was amazing, but Gloria just blew me away.
Yeah, her as Sheena Dirk was something else. The media kicked up all that fuss about an Easterner playing the role, but in the end, it was hard to see her as anything other than Sheena Reborn.
Boy, she's 4 years my junior and already she's nipping at my heels. She's sure not making it easy to stay top dog. But I say bring it on. I don't plan to go down without a fight.
Good. I got nothing but respect for that spunk you got in you. Real shame about the rest of you, though.
You better watch your darn mouth. And while I'm at it, I think what you said earlier was pretty out of line, too.
Right.
So, now that we've dealt with Almada, things should be back to business as usual before long. But it's about time you guys started thinking about whether or not you want to keep working here.
Yeah, I think so too.
Wow, I didn't expect you to outright admit it. Then...
Still, you don't want people butting in on your side hustle either, do you?
Well, no, but that's not the same thing. I inherited my techniques from my mom and hers before her. And while they might not be legal, I still think the world needs... Oh, I get you now. I don't know what your secret is, but you've got something you don't want people to get involved in too, huh? Or I guess, something you can't afford to let them get involved in.
Tripled up. Anyway, as two people who transform into things a teenager might have dreamt up, we gotta look out for each other. Don't know if I'm down to get caught living with an actual criminal though, so you should still probably find some other place to live.
But I really don't want to give this place up. Well, I've got my next film's premiere coming up, so I'll go back to my old place before the festival at least. I just wish I didn't have a bunch of stuff to report to Mom and Grammy first.
Oh dear. I wonder if we'll meet them, it would be nice. But enough about me. I get why you draw the line where you do, but the way I see it, or the way they see it, I think is fine. Alright, this should be interesting. Aaron! Just instantly reminding me of Randy. Honestly, kinda nice to have you still acting the same around times like these.
What? You come to talk about that cold bunk you said to the kiddos? If it was gonna eat away at you, you shouldn't have said it in the first place. Looks lame when a dad past his prime sulks over his teenage kids.
We're finding ways to call me old. Besides, you seem to have it in your head I wasn't talking to you, but I was. I'm gonna have plans to go back home eventually, right?
Sure do. I'm a born and bred Longport boy, and I always will be. But I've only been here for 3 months. That's barely enough time to miss me. So unless I've got some specific reason to head back, I'm staying put. And I wouldn't mind going to a few other places, like Crossbell or Arabonia.
Well, I would recommend them, yeah, they are interesting.
Hell, I'd even put Eastern Zemuria on the table.
Oh yes, I'd be very interested to see that. Huh, look at you go.
Knock it off with the my baby's growing up vibe.
My baby's growing up.
Oh, and let's get one thing straight. Me staying in the capital doesn't mean I'm gonna be at your beck and call. If the girls left and this place turned into a total sausage fest, I don't even want to think about how sad a sight that'd be.
Hey, don't give me that look. I'm not after your pity, alright? By the way, your old problem ain't showing any sign of resurfacing, right?
You mean that tyrant? Yeah, nothing there. Yen can call me a reincarnation all he wants, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm as me as I can be. I decide what I want to do with my life, not some dusty old relic from the ancient past.
You're a one-of-a-kind, cocky little bastard, you know that?
And what's that supposed to mean? Don't be such a freaking creep. Anyway, you lost so I can have my fun. Though, if you don't mind waiting to kick some ass on the clock, that'll give me time to go tap some ass off the clock.
Whoa! We ain't putting enough work for that. Just how much have you been getting around when I haven't been looking? I don't think we want to know. I don't think we want to know. Who died and made you my grandpa? Go read the kids a bedtime story or something. Just let me do my thing, yeah? Got some booty calls I want to make. Oh dear, Alan. Right, so I'm assuming... Oh. gonna say it's just Agnés, but I forgot about you. I haven't looked at your room. I was like, hold on a minute. I was very much like, who's left? It's like, oh yeah. Huh. Chess. Goggles. Various alcohols. Boxes. Books. Any of them Woo Baby? No. No. We'll never find out what happened to Woo Baby. I really would like a statement. Oh, hello. Yeah, I'd like a statement from Falcom to explain what happened to Woo Baby. Like, where did it go? Or make it part of the plot. Somehow. Because it did just randomly disappear. So, where did Woo Baby go? That's what I want to know. So what's he doing now? Sleeping? Or a standby mode, I guess? Well, no point waking him up. Sleep tight. Grrr. Grrr. Yep. Right, anyway. Speak to Agnés first. So this is where you snuck off to? Yes, I had a quick errand to attend to. Are all of your preparations squared away? Preparations, feels like a bit of a stretch to call them that, but yeah. I'm ready. We've still got plenty of time, so no need to rush. Well, there's rushing and then there's being efficient. Guess she's in the middle of something. I'll bug her later after my stuff's done. It's quite lovely out today. The sun feels wonderful. It's been some time since I last made the rounds. I think it's getting me excited. The round, you say? Is the sun actually out? I mean, it's sort of, it's like, it's slightly overcast. Slightly. Anyway. Alright, mate. What you got going on? What's this on the wall? Alright then. Well, look who's made himself right at home.
As you well know, I shouldn't even be alive right now. I've decided to make the most of this chance, to try things I couldn't even imagine in my previous life, and have found myself rather enjoying them. The magazines you used to read were quite inspirational, if I'm being honest.
Wait, so this is my fault? If his hordes of more respectable students ever found this out, they'd have my head. So, Ashlad isn't the uncooperative jackass I was expecting.
Indeed. He may be a man of few words, but he is an honorable, just, and determined one, capable of seeing the greater picture. Rank-and-file armed monks trust him, so I would be confident in Iscariot's handling of matters, if he were the only one they answer to. However...
We got his boss to worry about. Their captain, right? The one all 30,000 members of the Papal Guard and Iscariot answer to?
Correct. They took up their post after my retirement, so I've never met them. I believe their identity is considered a top secret, even among the Congregation for Divine Worship, to whom the Papal Guard also answers. I suspect only a small number of people know who they are. Several hundred Iscariot monks, cardinals of the Congregation for Divine Worship, the commander of the Gralsritter, and the Pope. Whoever they are without a doubt the Congregation's wild card.
But what reason would someone like that have to get their right-hand man involved in this? The Genesis? But they're more of a Gralsritter kind of deal. Actually, why are you even telling me all this stuff in the first place? I'm already like a magnet for info I don't want to know as it is.
It's far too late to be caring about such things, my young friend. Still, whether they are criminal or legal, your old friends or your assistants, I genuinely believe that the more people you know and interact with, the better.
Triple dot.
Who we meet shapes who we become. Be these relationships fortunate or foul, we are all the more human because of them. Surely the past 5 years have taught you this.
Well, I just... People's natures just don't change easily, I guess. Having you in Erasion was a huge help. As huge a help as it is having you here now. So I count this relationship among the fortunate ones, at least. So keep sticking around so the younger generation can kick back a bit, yeah? I'd pay you as thanks, but I don't think you'd take the mirror. At least let me get you something even nicer than that jacket you've taken a liking to. Anyway, still got plenty of time left, so I'll go ahead and leave you be. Take it easy, Master.
There are things in life you cannot avert your eyes from, no matter how hard you try. Whether you can realize that fundamental truth is down to you, Van.
Now we're gonna have Agnés because she's moved. And there's another key event. I have said my piece. All that's left is for you to look within yourself and make your decision. Now then, I'll need something to pass the time. Perhaps a bike magazine or two will help. Special feature? Heart-pounding courses with heart-stopping views? Color me intrigued. Sort of like a green color? Yeah. Right. Agnés. Triple dot.
Okay, that should do it. Oh, Van, is it almost time to go?
It's getting there, but we still got time. Can't believe how lifelike this guy is. Professor Hamilton's students are something else.
I was told there's more to him sleeping in the sun than just imitating dogs, too.
Oh, solar powered.
He can turn the sun's rays into orbital energy.
Makes sense. I remember that being one of the areas Professor Hamilton was researching. Still, I know you've gotten real comfy around here over the past few months. But it's almost time to start planning the next school festival, ain't it? Isn't the student council gonna get real busy soon?
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm starting to feel the pressure, to tell you the truth. The end of April still feels like a long ways off now, but I know it'll be here before we know it. I was able to attend last year's festival just after enrolling, and there was just so much to see and do over those 3 days. It was hard to believe that the whole event was planned and executed by students alone, even if quite a lot of them did take part.
Yeah, it's a staple of spring in the capital at this point, especially with how many people check it out. And with your current president at the helm, I can see the upcoming one being a festival for the books.
The other student council members and I are a little worried about that. So you did attend Aramis then? Just like Elaine and Mr. Kincaid.
Yeah. I dropped out not long after becoming a second-year student, though. Elaine and I were in the same year, while Renee was a third year. The second he had the chance, Renee took on being student council president, because of course he did. And because we'd known him for so long, we started helping out with student council work too. Then Elaine stepped up and took the role of vice president once the former one decided to go abroad for a while. So there you go, that's how the festival came to be under one man's merciless watch.
I see. Of course, after getting to know you so well, I can imagine that whatever you organized for it was anything but typical.
Woo indeed.
I'm sure Elaine was less than impressed with it. While Mr. Kincaid thought it would be funny and thoroughly approved, even though he probably shouldn't have.
It's like you were right there with us. I still remember my first drink at the after party back then too. Man, it was so good. You know how much of a sweet tooth I've got? But not even the bitterness of the alcohol could keep me from cracking a smile.
I should have known. You were pushing the boundaries of legality even as a teenager. So the festival came to a close, and the student council elections were held in May. That's when Elaine became the next president, and when you dropped out, I assume.
What?
You did it without warning, too. Without so much as a single discussion with anyone beforehand. So, how right am I?
You sure you're not psychic? It's like you're in my head.
Well, I know the average school year at RMS, so I just put two and two together after seeing the way you talk to them. That, and these last few months have also done wonders for my personal growth. I used to be this shy little girl who was afraid to leave her comfort zone. Someone who couldn't even speak her mind to the one family member she wished she could the most. But now, I feel like a whole new me. I can walk a little further, and have learned to say what's in my heart. I have everyone here to thank for that. But most of all, I have you to thank for that.
I thought divining my school years was enough of a surprise. But you weren't done, huh? At this rate, you're gonna have everyone running around you at beck and call even more than Ren.
Oh, stop. I doubt that'll be the case. Though there is one person I wish would pay a bit more attention to me.
What's up?
Nothing. I was just thinking that I still have a long road ahead of me.
Do I? So, you got to talk to him a bit on the phone after what happened in Eurasian, but that's it? Yes. Though I'm used to that by now. It seems like this year's Revolution Festival is going to be a big one too, what with the memorial service and more besides. It's no wonder he doesn't have much time to dedicate to me right now. But he did say we could get together after the ceremony is over, thankfully. Really? Guess that's better than nothing. And at least you can still see him. That is true. Compared to Elaine, I am very fortunate. Yeah. Can't even imagine what she must be going through. She's amazing to have been able to do what she did. To make what must have been an excruciating decision, even if it was the right one. I don't think there are many people who could have followed through on that, bracer or otherwise. I hate the hard times clearly aren't over for her. But if you could just be there for her, I think she would like that very much. I don't mean to put that responsibility squarely on your shoulders, of course. Mr. Kincaid and the guild should be there for her too, but still. I mean, yeah. Wasn't gonna give her the cold shoulder or anything. It won't make up for what I did 7 years ago, but I'd like to think I can be there for her in some way others can't. Sounds like she won't be back here for a while, though. She's got a ton left to do in Eurasian. What's that look for? Not proactive enough, you think? Oh, don't mind me. I'm sure just knowing you want to comfort her would mean a lot in itself, really. Oh, okay. Eesh, can't always please a teenager once they get to that age, I guess. Still. What is it? Why are you laughing? You lovebirds want to get a room? I didn't know you were all here. Is it already time to leave then? You might want to get your eyes checked if you thought you were seeing hot eyes. Oh, I don't know. Did you hear anything special, Zeros? Not you too, Katra. We were just making small talk, honestly. I feel a little better now, to be honest. Our futures may still be uncertain, but for now we can continue to take each day as it comes. That we can. And sorry, shouldn't have said what I did earlier. Van. Our boss is such a little troublemaker. Don't sweat it. They say not being able to read the room comes with old age. You know, one day you're gonna realize I'm still in my prime. It's always the same with you two. Forget it, let's just see what's on the docket for today. The Revolution Festival's 3 days out, and I wouldn't be surprised if the aftermath of Almata's destruction led to problems too. It's only 10:30 and there's a lot of us, so I think we can cover all the districts in this part of town by today, right? Right. Then let's get to work. Alright. Agnés, Ferry, and Aaron have joined the party. Select 2 additional members. I'm gonna go with Ketra. And Judith. Makes sense to me. Right, so what we'll do then is we'll actually end this part here. And in the next part we'll do the rounds, but at the same time we'll start up that 4 SPG as well. That feels correct to me. Where is she? Well, we'll find out in the next part, I imagine, after the 4 SPG. So we'll make our way over there, and we shall see you in the next. I wonder what's happening with these guys as well. There's a lot to catch up on, isn't there? There's a lot to catch up on with the NPCs. So anyway, we'll see you in the next part when we check out this 4 SPG. Ooh. Got quite a few things around then. Interesting. But yes, we'll see what's going on in the next part. Look at the camera. Thank you. Ta-da for now.